Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a young woman named Amara. She had the heart of a healer and the touch of an artist. In a world where practicality and tradition were highly valued, Amara dared to dream of becoming a painter. Her canvas was her skin, her paintbrush, her fingers, and she would decorate women's bodies with intricate henna designs, turning their skin into a canvas of art. Her talent was undeniable, and soon word spread far and wide about the magical work done by Amara. The body painter. From across the lake came the Sultan's daughter, Princess Amara. Hearing of Amarant's unique skill, she requested that her fingernails and toenails be painted to match the hues of the sunset. When the princess entered the royal palace that evening, all the courtiers gasped in awe. They had never seen such exquisite artistry adorning the royal nails. The princess smiled mysteriously, and the Sultan took notice. He summoned Amara to his court. "I have heard tales of your extraordinary ability to paint the skin," he said, intrigued. "I want you to paint my entire court in the colors of the dawn." Amara accepted the challenge. The Sultan's court was assembled. The men important, the courtiers eager to impress. Amara stood before them with a range of vibrant colors. She painted the men's nails and hands, transforming them into masterpieces of art. Some became walking tapestries, others living canvases of swirling colors. But none could match the Sultan's desire. He wanted a masterpiece on his face, a portrait of himself painted on his own skin. Amara agreed, though painting the face was a daunting task. Carefully, she mixed her paints, ensuring each stroke captured the Sultan's essence. Yet no matter how meticulously she worked, the Sultan grew impatient. "Faster, faster," he demanded. "Show me the work, show me the dawn." But time and art cannot be rushed, and with each impatient demand, Amara's concentration faltered. Unable to focus on the Sultan's face, Amara accidentally daubed red paint on his nose. The Sultan roared in anger, causing Amara to panic. In a moment of sheer terror, she fled the court, escaping through a side door and disappearing into the bustling city. With the city's people crowding its winding streets, Amara felt lost and afraid. Suddenly, she spotted an opening to a cave hidden between two large boulders. Seeking refuge from the prying eyes of the court, she stepped inside and found herself in a dark, musty chamber. As her eyes adjusted to the gloom, she noticed an ancient easel in the corner covered with a worn cloth. Curiosity sparked within her. She brushed away the dust to reveal a collection of paintings, each more stunning than the last. On the easel was a portrait of the cave's owner, a man with eyes that twinkled like stars and a smile that radiated warmth. His features were not sharply defined, yet Amara could feel his essence in every stroke. Glancing around, she saw countless canvases adorning the cave walls, each whispering stories of love, loss, joy, and sorrow. Each stroke resonated with the emotions they portrayed. Beneath one painting, Amara saw a journal lying open. As she flipped through the brittle pages, she found entries detailing not just the creation of the artwork, but also the emotions, experiences, and lessons learned during their creation. Amara realized that these weren't just paintings or entries. They were a testament to the power of art to express and explore the depths of human emotion. Just then, the cave entrance burst open and a man stepped in, his face etched with worry. He scanned the room, his gaze finally landing on Amara. "Who are you?" he asked cautiously. Amara introduced herself and explained how she stumbled upon his secret sanctuary. The man let out a sigh of relief. "I thought someone had come to steal my paintings," he confessed. "For years, I hid them, ashamed of showing the world my art." Amara was taken aback. "Why? They're beautiful. They express so much." The man hesitated. "They do, don't they? But I painted them when I was young, filled with passion and dreams. Dreams that seemed impossible, ambitions that made me reckless. I feared that if people saw my art, they would mock my failed dreams. So I buried them, hoping one day I'd be brave enough to show them to the world." Amara looked at the paintings, each stroke whispering unspoken emotions. She understood the pain of burying one's dreams, the fear of exposing one's true self to the world. Days turned into weeks as Amara assisted the aging artist, learning his techniques and understanding his fears. Together, they created new art, each piece becoming a dialogue between two souls who understood the language of dreams. One day, the artist fell ill. Calling Amara to his bedside, he confessed, "I won't survive this sickness, child. But before I go, I want you to know that you possess a gift. Don't hide it. Share it with the world. Let your art set you free." The artist passed away, leaving Amara in the silent cave filled with his breathtaking artwork. Grief-stricken, she sat by his easel, the weight of his final words echoing in her ears. Then, clutching his journal, she emerged from the cave, stepping back into the vibrant chaos of the city. As she walked, came across a group of children gathered around a dilapidated wall. With paintbrushes in hand, they were attempting to create art, but their efforts seemed futile on the rough surface. Amara approached them and inquired about their project. "We want to paint a mural," a young boy replied, "but the wall is so uneven and old that our paintings keep cracking." Amara's gaze fell upon the journal in her hands, an idea sparking in her eyes. She asked the children if they could follow her, and together they returned to the cave. Inside, Amara pointed to the countless paintings adorning the walls. "Here, the walls are old and uneven, yet the paintings endure because they are painted on skin." The children looked puzzled. Amara smiled and dipped a paintbrush into a jar. Taking a deep breath, she painted a flower on the wall. To everyone's astonishment, the paint adhered perfectly. The children gasped in amazement. One of them, a girl with bright eyes, asked, "How can we do this?" Amara explained, "I may be going away for a while, but I want you to continue painting here. Create art that touches your hearts and let the cave become a place where your dreams take flight." With that, Amara left the cave, returning to the bustling city. She walked towards the royal palace, her steps firm, her heart resolute. As she approached the entrance, she noticed a group of beggars huddled nearby, their faces etched with hardship. Amara couldn't bear to see their misery, so she sat down beside them and started painting their weathered hands and feet. Soon, a crowd gathered, drawn by the sight of a noble woman associating with beggars. Some criticized Amara for stooping so low, while others praised her for showing compassion. But Amara paid them no heed. She continued painting, each stroke a testament to their resilience and strength. When the Sultan saw Amara painting the beggars, he was torn. On one hand, he admired her compassion, but on the other, he couldn't forget her insolence. Summoning her to his court, he offered her another chance. "Paint me again," he commanded, "and this time create a portrait that captures my essence, my power, my everything." Amara agreed, but this time she had an idea. She took the Sultan to the courtyard where the beggars had been sitting. "Paint me not as a mighty ruler," she said, "but as a man who sits with those in need, sharing their stories and their lives." The Sultan stared at her in disbelief, but allowed her to proceed. After careful consideration, he agreed. "Paint me as I am," he whispered, "with my flaws, my weaknesses, and my humanity." And so Amara painted the Sultan, not as a godlike ruler, but as a man who shared both power and struggles. The Sultan's court erupted in gasps and murmurs, each stroke resonating with a truth that had been hidden beneath his robes of power. The Sultan, moved by Amara's portrayal, realized that her art wasn't just about aesthetics, but about capturing the essence of being human. In the end, Amara returned to the cave, her heart full, her spirit free. She continued to mentor the children, nurturing their artistic talents and guiding them to see the beauty in imperfection. As years passed, the cave became a haven for artists, a testament to the transformative power of embracing one's true self and letting dreams take flight. And that's why whenever you feel like giving up on your dreams, whenever you feel like your efforts are not enough, remember Amara, the body painter, who found her freedom not in fame or fortune, but in the courage to embrace her true passion.